Welcome to the Kane and Reloaded show. This your boy 305 Kane.
And it's your boy DJ Reloaded.
Tonight's topic, we're going to talk about Melissa Thomas Scott,
Mm.
a nurse in Albany, Georgia, went viral after sharing a video Wednesday, March 25th, explaining why she quit her job at the hospital. 39-year-old woman went viral by saying she quit her job because her manager tried to send her to the coronavirus floor ward, and knowing this lady have kids that she have to come home to, she's fighting. Well, she went and tested for breast cancer, and twice. Okay, so that means she have a medical condition. She probably taking meds. She's probably taking a lot of things that makes her immune system vulnerable. And she said her manager still tried to force her to go to that ward. DJ Reloaded, how you feel about that, Miss Melissa?
I mean, before I get into it, I like to say, like the video, subscribe, click that like button, comment. We appreciate the support.
Yes, facts. Make sure y'all share it, man. Make sure y'all share the video to your friends and family.
I mean, I think this is no different from I think a lot of people go through unfair things at work, and this is just one of the many things that happens, right?
All right.
She was bold enough to go viral. She was bold enough to quit. I mean, I applaud the sister because I'm a firm believer that your family, your health comes before a job. And for her, this is a career. This is a 39-year-old woman, 4 kids, ranges from the ages of 1 through 17. She made the best decision for herself and her family. We're talking about these people are quarantined and they can't go home to their kids. They're putting these nurses up in hotel rooms. Hell, I just seen an article in New York. I think it is that they offering nurses like $118 an hour because it's just that bad and just that much of a shortage and need for nurses because this coronavirus thing is getting out of hand, right? This whole self-isolation thing, a lot of people ain't really taking it serious. I think this coronavirus is going to be around for a minute until they fully shut down the government. But
let me ask you a question before you move further. Okay, you say you think it's going to be around for a minute before they fully shut down the government. You think shutting down the government would get a handle on things?
I think it would because this self-isolation thing. I mean, looking at my neighborhood, people walking in packs. They're doing like a little teddy bear hunt for kids in neighborhoods. People ain't taking it serious yet, and you see all these videos from nurses and doctors telling people stay home, et cetera, right? And this is one of the reasons why, right? Because if you look at the situation out here in Georgia, out in Georgia, I'm not in Georgia. You're talking about 357 patients in that one area that this lady worked in tested positive for the coronavirus. I mean, there's critical people in that ward as well. This is why she made this decision to walk away from a career. Let me answer this question real quick. What it's going to do? What it's going to do is, if you're sick for 3 weeks, if you're sick with the coronavirus, it's going to pass within 3 weeks. The more people stay in contact with each other, the more this virus will continue to spread. The more this little curfew is going to be over our heads, and you got people that's struggling, can't feed their family. This stimulus check is already biased. It's not even going to, like, if you got child support, you're not going to get a stimulus check, but you're still not going to get a check from work because you ain't working if you in that situation. So the sooner people take it serious, I mean, and isolate 6 feet, respect people. I mean, think about the video. I just seen it. I know it's off topic, But the video with the Chinese lady who went into the grocery store and she was caught. She coughed on all the on all on like on the like the veggies and bananas and stuff like that. They arrested her, right? But just think about this. Just think about the fact that people just don't have enough respect to say, you know what, hey, I'm gonna stay home. That's what I've been doing. I've been staying home. If I gotta go out to the store, I'm gonna go out to the store, come home, take a shower, hey, and I'm live life normal as possible. But
Oh,
in this situation here with this nurse, um, she shouldn't have like walked away from a job or career because of a bad situation that her boss knew, her management knew about, and didn't give her the respect to say, you know what, sister, we're not gonna put you in this situation. I apologize. I mean, they're already doing that. You know what I mean? Like, it's already. I mean, places are closing earlier. I heard Kane talking to his wife about going to Home Depot earlier. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So the government shut down. I mean, like I said again, it's gonna impact this in a very different way. Look at every other country that finally did a shutdown. Their numbers are going down while ours are steadily going up.
Mm.
So I mean, the numbers are already out there to prove what I'm saying is 100. Go ahead, Kane.
What I'm thinking, it's the government can't really shut down. I don't think the government shutting down. The government itself shutting down is going to help anything. I think people taking it serious is going to help. All of those people, you think about it, because I saw a video about this earlier too, where one of the guys who did that I'm not going to catch corona is fake challenge and lick the toilet seat, end up catching corona in the hospital and about to, and he in there struggling with it. Now, that's to me just shows the ignorance of people who want to say it's fake or want to, not take things serious. And those people, it ain't no way you're going to stop them from doing things like coughing on produce and things like that, unless that means martial law gonna have to be in effect. Then that's what you're asking for if you say, the government gonna have to tighten the reins up and make people do that for 3 weeks, like they will have to do that.
Well, I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna get too deep on the government shutdown or anything like that because I'm trying to focus on me personally conversation about toxic workplaces.
Right.
What up, Mike? With that fish you bought from the store. So I mean, again, so how do you feel about the situation with the lady having to walk away from her job?
I think it's a lot of people put in those situations, and I, like you say, I just commend her for taking those actions because that just shows you're not going to stand for any and everything. Like, your life, your family life is bigger than Mike stupid. Just your family life, your life is bigger than, trying to help with everybody else and helping them at their hospital. That manager knew that lady's situation. That manager knew what was going on because the lady clearly said she knew my medical condition. She knew my kids that are at home, and she still tried to put me on that ward. So, with that being said, that means she didn't care.
Facts.
She didn't even try to find somebody else to replace the lady. That shows the compassion of a manager being in that position and not caring about this person and looking at them as just another worker.
What? But that's the issue in most workplaces, though. But this
Huh?
is like one of the issues that most workplaces. I mean, like I just had an experience. Last year I went through it at my former workplace where I had to resign because I was tired of it. So what Melissa has went through, I've been there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you don't never really want to walk away from a job, but when you feel like, yo, you know what, I'm breaking down mentally, you're putting me in a vulnerable situation, communication ain't bad, whatever. The list goes on, and that's why most companies have a high turnover rate. Because a lot of companies, I'm not gonna say companies, but a lot of people that are in manager positions, 9 times out of 10, they wasn't even good at the job. They were just good at relationship building,
Mm.
and they got into a position where they're impacting other people's lives who can actually do the job.
All right.
And that's the problem with most people that put on a manager hat. They don't respect the people that's underneath them.
Mm-mm.
And this situation with this lady shows what really goes on a day-to-day basis out here.
I agree.
And that's the problem though, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Like I said again, you know what I'm saying, my current situation I walked away from, you know, and I was only speaking, you know what I'm saying, the truth and facts and trying to improve the environment. Um, it fell on deaf ears. It was looked upon as if I was just trying to be negative or trying to be disruptive. That's why now when I go to work, I don't have anything to say because most management don't really want to hear what you have to say. Their minds are already made. It's better for you to just go to work, remain quiet. If you're not happy with what you're doing or the direction, quit, find another job. But I mean, at some point, at a certain point in time, you can't just quit and find another job.
Facts. But
Um,
do
totally.
I see too, like I totally agree with you because I've been on plenty of jobs where I hear people who are, I'll just say lead, they're warehouse leads. So they run in this section really. And the manager comes and check in with them and make sure everybody doing what they got to do. Now these leads that's running these sections be having all the great ideas to help improve everybody's work environment, like you said, but it falls on the deaf ears because people don't take, they don't think you have. I don't know why. I don't know why companies don't consider the employees as the most valuable because they the ones who doing the real work. You
Because
know,
you're a member.
I understand that, but that's the problem. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why if a company wanted to be, well, I guess because people just, a lot of people just need it.
I mean, even though you know what I'm saying, Jay, that she's in the medical field, she can make that move. Um, why even she shouldn't even have to even think about or consider making a move like that. I mean, have compassion for the next person. That's the reason why we can't really find toilet paper or tissue in the stores. People don't
That's
have
what
compassion for the next person. They just had to make a curfew for elderly people to go into the stores first because they was getting into tussles and fights with younger people over products that they were used to, going into stores and buying and finding.
right. Facts.
I
We
mean,
talked
it's
about
no compassion for people no more. It's very hard to go to a job nowadays and be there for 30 years and retire and have the pension and the comfortable lifestyle when you get older nowadays. Like I said
right.
again, for me, you said something about going to working for companies and they don't value you because they know that there's somebody who don't know about the policies or the treatment that's waiting to get a job.
That's why I said, I guess because people gonna need that job, and it's people out here that's not going to complain about it. They just gonna shut up and deal with it and keep it pushing.
I just ask for those people. Um, don't come to me complaining about what you're going through or how you feel about the energy at a workplace. If you just willing to just shut your mouth and continue to go, because at the end of the day, we spend more time at jobs than we do with our families.
Mm-hmm.
At least what people can have is peace at work.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, um,
You go
people that's like that just don't come to me complaining.
we go back to what I talked to you about too. Like I done been in some job opportunities where people would rather point out all of the negative instead of, you know, not even not even pointing out. If when you start pointing out a bunch of negatives, say put it like this. Say I'm new to the job, right? And I'm learning my way around this warehouse. And say I'm getting little stuff here wrong, not a lot, but just little stuff here wrong, wrong, wrong. You shouldn't get enjoyment out of highlighting what I did it wrong
Right. Facts.
to help me improve that and tell me, hey, you're doing a good job, but just this right here, if you can, let's do this and let's do that. Don't get enjoyment out of saying, oh, you messed up this, you can't keep doing that. Like you can't get it out of the finger pointing. Now,
Right.
things like that, it's a lot of jobs out there that do that, that, and I'm not just saying me, I've seen this plenty of times, but I see people who's trying hard, working hard here every day, doing everything they got to do, and they trying their best, but they knew. And you got a lot of stuff messed up already. So they got one against them, but instead of you knowing these things and trying to help them improve, looking at them as a person, you looked at them as they being replaceable, so you get rid of them, or they end up walking away and then you just replace them with somebody else, and then they do the same thing. You just keep the door rolling because it's going to be
Right.
somebody that want a job.
Well, that's why I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like states, local government, they should look into companies that have a revolving door and to figure out why, right? Because they
Yes.
always talk about unemployment rates, et cetera, et cetera. There's a reason why you have unemployment rates and well high turnover rates at certain companies, and I think those companies need to be investigated. Like I said again, I've been through it myself. Hell, I applied for one company that I got turned away because the manager, uh, uh, a manager who worked at the company that I left, he was fired, and he went to another company, trashing and tarnishing my reputation.
Mm,
Nothing I could do about it, right?
right.
Uh, like I said again, I mean, which there should be something I should be able to do about it, but in this system, how it's set up, there's nothing you can do about it. That's why I encourage anybody to fight for their dreams, and if that's what you're trying to do, be your own boss, create your own schedule, control your own life. Trust me, I'm gonna support you. You already got somebody who can get a product from you, and spread your name out there, so you can live your truth.
Right. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, I feel that's why we promote anybody out there that's trying to be entrepreneurs and trying to grow themselves and grow their business and do things. We here to support you too. We salute all of that because man, it's a lot of people out here that's going through it for things they don't have to, just because people are in position who didn't really deserve the position, but like you said, because of relationships, they was able to get the position. It wasn't because they was highly qualified. It's because
Right.
they were people.
Facts. And like I said again, so it's just, I mean, that's what I have to say on that piece, man. I applaud that sister for her correct for being bold and believing in her health and her kids and not a paycheck.
Facts. I agree. I'm glad that lady didn't put herself at risk. She's 39 years young, and I'm glad she didn't put herself to be, at least she can go home and quarantine with her kids and make sure her kids safe, and she can now be a little easy that she ain't got to be exposed to that environment. Period.
I won't be surprised if they reach out to her and offer her job back.
I'm pretty sure they probably would, but I'm pretty sure she probably can. Somebody else will give her an opportunity, a better one, hopefully.
I agree with that, Mike. Man, that's a mouthful right there.
That's
That is
big.
a mouthful. Money is not is not. It's just not. At the end of the day, you got to know your value. You got to know your self worth. And like I said again, if you got ideals, you got dreams. Stop letting fear kill those dreams. Move on them. Believe in yourself. Trust me. Reach out to people. People will support you.
All right. That's a fact.
hey, hey, that's true too. I mean, small business matter too.
Right. They do. They do. and people need to start supporting each other. But I think that's what this will do. This will grow a better community. It should. It should. It should wake up people to grow their own community to come together and to be stronger together. Because right now, man, it's going to take everybody to want to keep each other safe in order to get over this. It's not going to be, the government ain't going to be the ones to do it. We got to stop getting and when we're in these toxic work environments, man, stand up for yourself. Especially like me and you talked offline where you say they have companies out, I think in Texas, that's trying to not give people, trying to withhold their stimulus check because they're getting paid.
Well, they're not trying to withhold a stimulus check. I know in Texas and in North Carolina, they saying that people don't deserve that much money from a stimulus. And I know in Texas, you got a company, they didn't release its name, saying that people that's going to get a stimulus check, they're looking to withhold, or probably cut back on their hours so it'll even out. You know what I mean? Again, people don't want to see, people hate seeing the next person do good in life.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm
That,
saying? You have a lot of people out there like that don't like seeing the next person do good with life. And that's the reason why most companies have a high turnover rate. Jealousy. There's always a chance in most jobs, you working overtime, you got somebody on salary, you have a chance to make more money than them, being the fact that you can work your hours, work overtime, and bring home that extra bread to your kids. And you got somebody who in a manager position who's bitter, who's hateful, wasn't was just halfway decent with the job, and they're looking to hold someone else, back.
facts. Facts.
You know,
That's why I think standing together is
true,
where.
Mike. So I mean that's all I really have to say on this bit, man. I applaud the sister for walking away.
I agree. I regurgitate everything you say. And with that being said, we're gonna cut the show off here. This been the Kane and Reloaded show. I'm your boy 305 Kane.
And it's your boy DJ Reloaded.
We need y'all to like, subscribe, share. Don't be selfish. Tell your friends, family, sisters, aunties, cousins, everybody about us. Help us grow. We made it to 50. We made it a little bit past 50. We trying to grow. Get us to 100 subscribers. Let us get them likes up. Everybody that will come across this video, hit that like button.
And if you're on Facebook and you see it on Facebook, go to YouTube, put it in the Kane and Reloaded show, and hit that subscribe button and that like button.
Right. Just type in Kane and Reloaded show. First thing on top. Boop. Hit that subscribe button. You ain't even got to go on the page. Just hit subscribe.
Yes, sir.
Peace and love.